Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Super Metroid Redesign. In the land of wonderful Norfair and lava and danger. There are a lot of... oh, the strawberries. There are a lot of places to die in Redesign, Norfair. Quite a lot. It is easily the most deadly place, except for maybe terrain. But that's much later. Much later. And this is very reminiscent of the NES Metroid. The little missile stations in that game. Which I like. There's a lot of throwback things to the NES Metroid. And there's... squat there. See, I do like that there's a whole lot of throwback stuff to the original NES Metroid. Like the strawberry field things, or mushrooms, whatever you call them. I don't know why we call these strawberries. They don't look anything like strawberries. I guess in the NES they look a lot more like strawberries. So it's kind of like terrain. We just stuck with it. So, another missile. That was out in the open, so it didn't really give us much. Yes, we can give it to you guys. And... this was a grapple room, wasn't it? Yes, it was. But it looks like the wall was lowered. That is interesting. Hi, stupid pirate. Those pirates are just amazingly dumb. So much. I don't even... how did you, like, pass Space Pirate 101? I just don't know about them things. So now, I just have to figure out where to take these power bombs. Hey, that was close. I am pretty sure I need to be going to grapple now. These guys don't want to drop me a power bomb, that's nice. But I am pretty sure that's where I need to be headed. Which is going to be fun for everyone because it's so fun. And this room is... see, like a room like this, you're almost guaranteed to take damage. Oh, well, you climb in. Geez. Why don't you follow your other guy? See, like that. I mean, you land on the ledge. Barely, but... despite that, you're still taking damage from the lava you landed in. And hi. Throw a disc Giga at your face. You won't mind. And here's where Redesign becomes a very big maze of who knows what. Because at this point, you've got this stuff. You really don't know what, when you haven't played it, you don't know what else you're supposed to be doing. I don't want that path yet. I want to go back up. Oh, power bomb box. How nice. I do not have power bombs. And somehow, I don't think I'm making it up there. I need a power bomb. So one of you guys are going to have to drop it. But this Gigas normally drop it, so unless you change that, I should be able to farm one off. And now I forgot what my previous thought was. Oh, yeah. Big Redesign really... you've got power bombs now. And if you're first playing this, it's like, well, now what? Oh, hi. I didn't want to take damage. It's like, where in the world am I supposed to go now that I have this stuff? What do I do with it? And the answer is you're supposed to find grapple beam. But you really don't know where grapple beam is. At this point, you've come across grapple blocks. But that's it. And you can't even cross those because there's a whole bunch of lava and You kind of need grapple blocks, and I wanted a power bomb, not a super. I don't want to be farming here for 10 minutes. Let me get this guy. Oh, refill my missile, of course. Aren't these guys great? And you drop me another super. Eventually, they will have no choice but to drop me a power bomb. Eventually. Once everything else is filled, then they'll be like, oh yeah, you need power bombs. Here, have one. And instead of refusing it just on principle, I'll end up having to grab it just because I need it. Now this is something you don't actually have to do much in Redesign, is farm around for them. And that was stupid. Oh hey, how are you? Well, I got up here. And I can't wall jump up this. I can do that, but not this wall, so that did me a whole lot of good. Is there a bomb path through here? Okay, grief. Yeah, you don't have to do a lot of farming in Redesign. There's a whole lot of refill bugs around the place, which generally you need because you will lose a lot of energy along the way. And more energy. Good grief. No power bombs, dude. I think he may have changed those, because normally they drop power bombs. That's one of their higher priorities. I don't know why. Unless he changed it. Which would just be wonderful, because then I just go back to find a power bomb from something. Oh, this could be fun. Oh, there we go. Power bomb. Finally dropped one. I guess they're like a low, much lower priority now. Hi. Thanks for falling on me. So, now that we finally got up here. Back up here, I guess I should say. I haven't mentioned it yet, I don't believe. Oh, before I do that, this room is where you will... Wave beam is... Never mind. Wrong room. Wrong room. It's close to here. It might be the next room. But wave beam is very, very close. In fact, is it this room? It has desk geeks in it. I think, yes, this room is it. Up in the ceiling there where that disc geek just jumped, that's where wave beam is. You have to speed boost up that. Oh, hey, this is open. Sure. Why not? Okay, so I haven't mentioned this yet, I do not believe, in any of the videos. But Redesign is being remade. Most of you probably already know that, because I've mentioned it before. And I can't do anything here, can I? Nope. But it's being remade into Redesign Actual Edition. And the reason for that is because I'm falling on my way. It's because this hack is not necessarily easy. And there was someone who played Redesign, and I actually just had a look at it yesterday because the person reminded me, and I just used all the bombs. Great. Now, I'm back here. So that's just a wonderful. But there's a person who played Redesign, recorded the thing. He has a playlist that is over 24 hours long of just Redesign. It's pretty crazy. And I believe his username he goes by Axial, and that is the name of the new Redesign. It's Redesign Axial Edition. Because basically he's trying to make it and that failed. I guess much easier. so that people without as much Metroid... Good grief, that should have worked. But people without... like really good skills, or even decent skills, I guess, could be able to play it and actually beat it. So Redesign should be getting, in the Axial Edition, should be much easier. Now I say should be because, well, you know what, I'll believe Joseph on this. I'm pretty sure he knows what easier means, unlike Demantra, with his quote-unquote easier Eris. Because the 2012 version is not easier. I don't know what in the world easier means in D-Man land, but it's not what happened there. But I'm pretty sure Joseph knows what's better, because he already knows the grapple section is an absolute terror. Like the speed boost escape. There is, I guess, a minor one, even though it's not. It's very easy to die in. It's like one room, but you will die. Well, you may not die, but it's easier than grapple segment, I will say. But it's quite possible to die. In the escape, there's some points in there where you can die as well, which is just wonderful. And I guess that's right. You're kind of locked back in this area until you get power bombs. Because if you recall, I bombed the floor. No, I don't want to go back through there. I bombed the floor up here, and these were power bombs. Hey, guess what item we got? Oh, I guess we can go back this way now. So yeah, that's that. Power bombs. Now we can get back this part of Norfair. And now we need to make our way to Grapple, which is somewhere around here in Norfair. And it's going to be painful and amazing. Yes, even though I like Grapple and I use it a lot and I'm not necessarily bad with it, I'm okay, I guess, I have trouble with this section. Because, you know, those things I wouldn't mention, or said I would never mention, but I've continually kept mentioning afterward. These wonderful physics. The grapple physics are also obviously changed. And they are interesting. So this path becomes much different once you have various suit, because you're not rushing around like an idiot trying to survive. Although, obviously, this room you still have to run because gates and crumbles. I actually think if you fall into the crumble blocks, you will die without various suit, or I mean gravity suit or high jump, because I don't think you can jump back out of there. I may be wrong, but I didn't really feel like testing that, I guess, because that seems like a pretty dumb thing to test. Like, will I die if I don't have a high jump? I jump into these and I mess it up. It's, yeah, not something I think I want to test. I don't know if this is weird or not, but like I always thought people who tried to glitch games out, find glitches or whatever, were crazy, because I thought they were, good grief, get up there. I thought they were actually like breaking the game. Literally. Like with the cartridges. Let's see here. There we go. But I thought they would actually ruin their cartridges if... Oh. Well, fiddlesticks. This isn't the right way to go. I think I might know. I think I might be stupid. Well, that's not even, I think that's a fact, but yeah, I actually thought that I was afraid to go do things to like push up against the boundary in Super Mario 64 or whatever, because I was worried if I might push through and then the game cartridge would be ruined forever. I used to think things like that. And so I always thought people who discovered glitches in games were crazy, because what if it ruined their cartridge or whatever? I don't know, that's just how I thought about actual games for a long, long time. And I'm like, looking on YouTube trying to find all these glitches of Metroid and Zelda and Mario. I was like, oh hey, I should have tried that before. Some very interesting stuff happens with game code every now and then. So anyway, that Meridian tube behind Kraid, I am going to take a wild stab and say I need to destroy that, because it's a tube and I have power bombs. And I just ran into a googly eye because I am bad at seeing it. This is not where I want to go. I want to go across the water rooms. All the way back around. So yeah, I mean, you could see a little bit how easy it would be to get lost in this hack. I mean, just based on size, and then you get enough items where the world really opens up. And at that point, you're like, what? But that does help with something required in the game later on. Because in your exploring around, you will inevitably find something in the world that you will end up hunting around for. Especially if you have no clue where all of them are, you will be hunting around for these things for a long, long time. And hooray for slow water. Now, I keep saying, it's like, why do people put water in, or suitless underwater segments in hacks? But everybody seems to do it. I do it. And it doesn't seem like that big a problem, so I really shouldn't complain about that. So anyway, back through here. And even this isn't that far away. Either mini Kraid. You shouldn't be here. Oh, good grief, I just noticed the time. Yeah, well, we'll do a little bit here, but I think we'll end off the video here, so we will pick up grapple hunting again in the next video, so thanks for watching. And we will see how many times it takes before I actually complete this grapple segment. Hopefully I do it the first time, but don't hold your breath.